Hello and welcome to the Plandothon. This is the opening seed of this event, and I am one of your three commentators and the maker of the seed, Rachlend. This is a lovely seed, and at least I hope it's lovely.
Good. Better than nothing. Hey everybody, I'm UltraX, other commentator here. First time too. I'm not worried.
And I'm Yonniman. I will also be your Restreamer, and I'm an admin for the tournament.
We gotta have someone professional here.
Yeah. Also, I see people are already speculating as to what the name Distant Reflections means. Well, we'll find out, won't we?
You may be on the
Spoilers.
right track, but you may be totally wrong.
There you go. Oh,
So, what do we expect from the seed right now? How are our runners going to take this?
I'm gonna say head may be required and Agony may be required.
Well,
Because
it's
full
a
thing
pet
is-
seed, so pet should be required.
Oh boy, I didn't know that detail. And we're here. Apparently we're not talking in the chat, that's what they're saying. Pretty sure my mic's on.
Now we're talking, we're being streamed.
Okay. Just making sure. This is a nice remix of the Fairbound theme.
That it is.
It is.
So our racers are ready, so let's start this.
Oh boy. Looks like we started.
Yes, we have runners starting, or at
We are off.
least the top runners.
Yeah, top runners are running, bottom ones aren't. But I had the bottom one started yet.
That's likely synchronization. I'll handle that accordingly.
Okay. Looks like a piece of heart at the start of the gate, so not many options.
We have a check of the poultry already.
And yep, arrows. Not a bad poultry.
I don't think I ever checked that poultry while testing.
I always forget poultry even is the thing. And looks like Uncle gave us the heart. That's a little morbid.
Oh my!
The card's dodging a pot to the face, and another piece of heart. So far, our runners have only found, like, hearts and pieces of heart. Ooh, bombs and sanctuary.
It had seemed that Walter's stream had buffered for me, so I'm fixing that right now.
Okay.
His stream's going to be a little bit faster for a while, as are the streams that I was using to buffer.
Okay. But it looks like they at least have bombs right at the gate. Sanctuary. Hassels, I think, it looks like they may be going for,
Houlihan strats.
yeah, I think it's Houlihan. This early?
My stream for Walter must be pretty far behind, so I will refresh him. Just give me a sec.
Some people start with Houlihan.
Makes sense. And, oh! Fire Rod and, or was a fire ice, I couldn't quite tell, was in, Lumberjack Cave. That's a bit nasty.
I will say that much, it is Fire Rod.
Yeah, I couldn't tell, look cool. I think that's validation arrow in the library, so this run's valid. Plenty of big keys to be found, at least, around town. And 20 books.
Walter getting ripped off.
I mean, it's half return. Could have been worse. Could have been a life lesson.
Could have been Zora.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Zora's going to be real interesting to see in this race.
Speaking of, what was on Zora?
I don't know, you're the dev.
I'm sure it was something interesting.
Vanilla flippers.
We'll find out.
And the well seems to be the well of keys. Which sounds either a good thing or a bad thing. Oh, that's gonna be fun.
I have my suspicions, but I'm not going to say either.
At the same time, though, would it even matter? Because there have been occasional times where it could be flippers aren't actually required. It's very unlikely, but it is possible. Because I think they're needed only for swamp and ice, I want to say. So if those are required, then... Yeah. It's very unlikely flippers would ever be not mandatory, but it is possible.
Well, this is a pedestal seed. In theory, that's the mode that it's most likely for flippers to not be required.
True.
That being said, it's also a plando.
Oop, we're actually going to see what Ped's going to have. You win!
Because it's a pedestal seed. Yeah.
Which means you don't need to do the crystal dungeons. Well, crystal dungeons are mandatory, it's only the pendant ones are. Those are 100% required. Oh, yeah, True Pixel Gamer. I don't think anyone's seen the map yet, so we don't know which dungeons are which. Taking their sweet time to check. Which is weird.
KeySanity was in the disclaimer.
They don't know where
KeySanity
anything
covers
is.
literally everything that happens in KeySanity, including, but not limited to, needing to pick up maps to see what your pendants and crystals are.
They know where literally nothing is right now, so they can't even check.
Right, I forgot about... I never mess with KeySanity, so I kind of forgot about that mechanic.
Oh, KeySanity
Which is
fun.
why it is in the disclaimer, Math Girl. That's literally in the Seeds download link. The ped goal is in the download link.
I also put it in the download link on the document.
A lot of running around, but not a lot of actually going to dungeons. But I think Walther here is going to be going into Eastern real soon. Because there's not many options left. So let's see what Salad Shooter has. Green Pendant and Swamp, that's interesting. And Old Man has a glove.
Isn't that just lovely?
So that does mean flippers are required. So that little guessing game from earlier is out. Oh, someone's actually going to check Agana this early. It's usually kind of an odd spot to check. And it's only
just some
$6.
rupees.
He took the old man's cash. Walter's somewhat ahead because they're actually checking the dungeons now. Let's go down the bowling alley. Oh yeah, Pixel Gamer brings up a good point. Since it's Swamp, that's going to be required for Green Pendant, Mirror, and a Hookshot are going to be required real soon. Or at least eventually. New Life's actually checking the desert. New Life's checking desert first before Eastern. Odd choice. But I don't think it'll be boots locked, because I'm pretty sure they got the key already. One of the medallions are on Torch. I don't think Mirror will be in validation. Walter's actually doing the darkroom strats.
Sometimes you leave your runners in the dark.
We just know they're somewhere. Looks like some of the other runners on the right side are actually going to go check over on Eastern. See what's over there. Ooh, Walter may die here.
Or run out of...
Oh, yeah. And shoots and scores finally. No hearts. Oof.
Yes, there is indeed more than one validation arrow, and that is included in the disclaimer.
Oh boy, multiple validations.
There's a validation 10 arrow.
Yep, all other arrows have been replaced with single arrows.
Ooh, low ammo run, that sounds like. Then again, pull trees arrows, so if they ever do need ammunition, just pull a tree.
Enemies also drop arrows.
That too. Not quite common, though.
Yesterday, I played a Seabra. I didn't find any arrows in chests, but I found a bunch of arrows on enemies, so it's very useful to keep killing enemies for arrows.
It's good to kill enemies in general, because it's mostly required.
Yep. And that's a
Validation
concept we'll
chest
see
is a
later
bad
this week.
meme.
Validation arrow.
We will see the concept of required enemies being killed later on in the week. That
Oh
will
boy,
be
we
interesting. Dr. Bob, that is a very interesting idea. We should try that sometime.
Oh, that just sounds rude. It's not a bad concept, to say the least. It's just going to be a painful one.
It does lock certain things unless you enemize it. And then you still can't beat Pod.
Isn't... I was going to say, wouldn't that make Ganon unbeatable? No, there is a way to do it without silvers. It just sucks.
Yeah, it's called Silverus.
Yeah.
I wonder why it's called that.
The only dungeon in Enemizer that requires you to use the bow is Pod, because you have to shoot the Igor statue.
Right. That's required in order to beat the dungeon.
Otherwise, in Ganon's Tower, there's a red Igor, and in Eastern, there's a red Igor.
Right. Oh, looks like
That was Red Mimics in GT.
Oh yeah, red Mimic, not red Igor. There are also red mimics in Pod, but you don't really need to worry about that because it's already bow-locked.
Yeah.
It just unbow-locks certain locations if you animize it. Or use a glitch which is now allowed. Using a bottle to open doors is now allowed in the Mimic Room.
And it looks like we have our first death.
And our first lamp find.
Fun,
Yeah,
fun.
I blinked and missed it. Where'd he get that lamp? Back of escape. Oh, okay.
So yeah, there's our second as well then, I suppose.
Yeah, because looks like Centroid may be getting that lamp soon. Well, map first. There it is! Still no weapons, though. They're going around mostly weaponless.
They have bombs. That's a weapon.
Also very limiting and painful to time.
Yes, but it's still a weapon, and it still puts anything that can be killed by bombs in logic.
Yep. So nothing's impossible, just painful. About the same thing, though, really.
Hey, Mini Moldorm Cave is possible with bombs, and we have that all the time.
And these runners have done it themselves.
Yep.
So, like I said, not impossible, just a pain in the ass.
Very painful.
Yep.
So far, the seed's still off to a slow start, but it should speed up
Painfully slow.
eventually. And New Life finding the lamp. So now
Just
Walther is
brighten
our
up his
only
life.
runner without the lamp.
And he's the one, but it looks like they may be doing fake flippers.
Fake flipper time! What's that, Zora?
What's that Zora? What's that Oboe? You can also get a glimpse to see what's at the island. Oh. Oboe! I always liked this guy for some reason. Bombos!
Bombos on the hobo.
Really, guy really digs explosives. Can you blame him, though? New Life's checking off Old Man.
Well, makes sense of where to go after getting lamp, I suppose.
Yeah, because you can actually, it'd be in logic, you can see where you're going. Also gives you a third warp point when you reboot the game.
Always very useful. Although, Old Man isn't that difficult of a dark room.
It's not.
It's
At
not
the
like doing Aga in the dark. You can do it. Walter checked the waterfall cave, right?
No he didn't.
Oh
No
my!
Moon Pearl!
Walter did
Oh,
not
well.
check the waterfall cave.
How
Oh
are you
no!
supposed to check Waterfall Cave without Moon Pearl?
Good point. Because you need Moonport in order to get back on land.
Walk on Water glitch requires Moon Pearl.
True.
Do keep those requirements in mind going forward, because it's part of the troll here.
Let's
I mean, what?
see what Zora may have.
It's alright, we'll see what you have in mind. A life lesson!
Ah, Bad return, but Spectacle Rock had the hook shot. So that's a good grab.
Huh, sorry to 0. What do you know?
Hey, at least it's not one of the Rupoors.
Ooh, that would
Right,
be rude.
I did put 2 of those in this, didn't I?
Oh, that's foreboding.
What's the negative value?
We shall see.
Because we know that a Rupoor can have any arbitrary value. It could be negative 10 rupees. It could be negative 30 rupees. It could be positive 20 rupees.
But it's a Rupoor, how can it be positive?
Set it to negative. It's now a positive rupee.
That's a bit silly.
It's possible.
That's amusing.
Walter's slowly catching up and dealing with the Hyrule Castle stuff, while New Life's busy in Paradox. Pretty sure it's Paradox. Ooh, hammer!
That's a very nice find considering it's their first weapon.
Well, hookshot's technically a weapon.
Yes, but it's not a viable weapon.
Takes care of his mini Boldorms, no problem, though.
Yeah, but bombs do that too.
Bit more accurate.
So, it's possible.
T20 heart. Seems like it wasn't really much there besides the hook shot, at least.
It's interesting seeing that bomb jump swordless.
It's not really required for the bomb jump, is it?
Well, clearly not. New Life managed to pull off a bomb jump without a sword.
True Pixel Gamer, no. Every single change to the item pool has been disclosed in the text document. None of these are to keys. The only changes have been to bombs, arrows, and rupees. Nothing else has been changed.
So otherwise, we're doing a pretty standard loot list.
Yeah, this is
Ooh, Braving Hera swordless. Oh no, checking.
He's checking, I think it's Ether?
Yes, that's Ether. Bomb bush is in the desert.
Oh, Ether flippers. That's rude. Because you still need 2 sword upgrades in order to get that. Walter's running through the rest of his skate.
Me, rude, how dare.
Then try checking Waterfall and realize you need Pearl for that. Let's see if basement's required. Get your drinks, kids. It's time for basement. I think I just missed that. I think I just saw the Centroid screen. I think one of the other gloves was on Zora Cliff.
New Life taking a coffee break.
Yeah, drink breaks are drink cake. Always gotta make hydration, but pleased.
5-minute break. Smoke if you got 'em. New Life finding a cape.
Oh, and setting up a death abuse. Nice.
Good old Death Warp.
Death is true progress.
And all the players finally having lamp. What a bright idea.
Centroid, meanwhile, is robbing the thief, which I guess is... that's just robbery.
Looks like Hahasel made some use of that bloomerang there.
And New Life is busy in the spiral.
Oh, True Pixel Gamer, you don't know the half of it. Master Sword and GT, you ain't got nothing.
Fighter Sword in GT.
Ain't got
never mind.
nothing.
Speaking of swords,
Speaking of swords, Spiral Sword.
Spiral Sword. But Fighter Sword and GT ain't got nothing. But you will see later on in the week what I am talking about. It's gonna be bad. But it will be very interesting. The scene is called Dude, Where's My Sword? So, I'm sure you know.
yeah, right.
That's gonna be bad.
Right, you literally put that spoiler in the name.
Yep. Dude, where's my sword? So anyway, let's get back to the scene at hand.
Ah, arrow caps. That's nice.
A lot of ways to get arrows in this run, yet no bow to be found.
Walter's farming for some rupees. Wonder what he's planning.
Where is the bow? Huh.
It was inside you all along.
Y'all just so cheesy here.
Yeah, the friends we made along the way. Old man, other old man, King Zora.
And that other old man, what was his name again? Shalarsh?
Salad shooter.
Salad
Right.
shooter. I'm pretty sure it was Sassafras.
That's a good one too. Shamalama Ding Dong.
Hahasel taking a smoke break?
Given it's a Squirtle, I think it's more potion break.
Alright.
Moo milk.
Now, clearly it's a lemonade break.
Lemonades are like $500 though. Shamalama Ding Dong? It looks like New Life may be going to finish a Moldorm. It's just a sword, though. Ooh, that's gonna be nasty.
Please do keep in mind what the difference between Moldorm and Land Mollos is. There's 3 of
What?
the one, and only 1 of the others.
I don't know. They're worms. Yeah, my bad. Either way, they're annoying. They're worms. Not necessarily the worst bosses in the game.
It's like New Life tried to play Whack-A-Mole for a second before switching to sword strats. That hammer hitbox.
It's so tiny. It's not a hammer, it's a mallet. One down. Oh, two are down apparently. And Centroid gets the bat. Yeah, gets the bat refund. Oop.
You can see the disappointment in his eyes when you see he walks away like, wait, what am I doing? Oh yeah, I have to save and quit.
And Quake was on Landmolis, not Moldorm.
And 3 magic refills from the same room. Very useful.
Hey,
Not.
That's quite a stun drop.
Magic's magic.
Yeah. Very good stun drop.
Especially in case you may need that for things like T-Rock later.
This is literally the same seed as before I took out the bees, but taking out the bees seems to have changed the stun drop. Interesting to know.
It's not the changing the bees changed the stun drop. It's that re-rolling the seed changed the stun drop.
I literally set it to the same seed.
Yeah, but by changing a setting, you're using a different algorithm to generate the seed. So even if you're using the seed number, item locations are going to be different because you still have different internal variables which are causing your random number generator to function differently.
I mean, I'm not surprised to hear that, but also, like, dude, that's super technical. Ooh, Bomberman strats.
Hey, it's better than using entropy to determine where items are.
The bomber strats seem to be working for the most part, but that's also their only strategy. So if they run out of bombs, you gotta go out and find that day's work.
Honestly, what is
Yes,
Walther
Bob!
doing?
Oh my
Oh, I 6 on the left. Come on, don't screw up.
Come on, Walter. You got one more and 5
Oh, you got
bombs.
Ooh, this is gonna be interesting.
You can do it. Kick his butt.
Oop. Oh, just missed. Screw it. Do how you're supposed to do it in Barman, the suicide strats. Oh!
Clutch.
That was good. And a medallion he can't even use.
But that was clutch.
And Centroid gets the hook shot. Meanwhile, Squirtle's using Ember to light the lanterns. This doesn't seem right. Ooh, and a bomb jet fail on Centroid.
Bomb drip fail, but a hook shot is a hook shot. Especially with how much seems to be gated behind that.
Surprisingly so.
So while we're looking at things we've already seen, I'd just like to acknowledge the trackers, AppleJackSix and Hiei, without whom we would not be able to do this right now.
Whoop whoop.
Absolutely. Shout outs to the trackers.
Also, give a shout out to all of our runners and follow all of them.
And maybe us commentators too. I mean,
Why
yeah,
not? Why not? But who are we?
we have the faces for radio. That's what we have.
Yep, that's it.
Amazing. Amazing.
And then Walter saw the boots.
It's always sad when boots are actually visible, but you can't actually get them. You know what'd be funny though, and I think this is technically impossible? Boots on library.
You know what else is bad?
Would be impossible, yeah.
Another thing that's bad is having the moon pearl visible but not being able to get it.
You're the worst. So close to Dark World access, yet so far.
What about Fighter's Sword?
I've actually had that happen once. I had
What about
Fighter's Sword
Fire
on... I think I may have had that too. Not sure. I know I had Fighter's Sword because Fighter's Sword was on the library ledge.
We're
So I
gonna see
couldn't
a lot
get...
of that. A lot of that. A lot of different items. Oh, you see it, but you can't get it.
You want this thing? Too bad.
You want it? You want it? You want it? Do you really want it? Alright, go get it. Go get it, boy. Go get it.
And Centroid finally has the Fighter's Sword, Walter being the only one who doesn't have a sword. That's an awkward situation.
Just swordless strats. That works, right?
And for the most part. But we have Haha here going off to punch Aghanim. Who doesn't like hitting a wizard? And New Life's slowly falling behind.
This is not much equipment for climbing this tower, huh?
Well, they can see it. That's what's important. They can see it and they can get in it. All that
They can
matters.
also beat Aga.
Yeah.
Because all
They
you
have
really
enough keys. They have the fighter's sword. They have the hammer.
always good to have the hammer, even if it is so small.
It can reflect fireballs.
Well, they can use strats between holding the sword and using the hammer to extend their range to sword range.
Oh, that's one I actually didn't know.
That's a common strat being used in basically any run. If you use that strat on Helma, you have a much safer time trying to crack the helmet.
Wish I knew that when I was actually playing the game when I first played it. Because that's one of the fights I don't like, actually, is Helmasaur.
I actually don't like the Landmo fight.
Lambo's also pretty bad, but that's mostly because you can see where they crop up. It's the getting blindsided by a rock to the face.
Are these guards Team Rocket? Because they seem to be after that Pokemon.
And they also seem to be highly incompetent.
About the same competence rate, actually, which isn't much. I'd say they're actually better because they've actually done some damage. Sadly, though, it's a Squirtle, not a Pikachu.
But there is Pikachu. And that sprite was added in V29.
Oh. There's one sprite I want to see get added in, and I know it's not going to be a thing, is Ganti from the manga.
I'm actually not familiar with that.
The manga I'm talking about is the Akira I have it right here. The Akira Himikawa one. It's an original character they made for the manga. She was like a thief girl. She was important to the plot that they added in for the Link to the Past manga. And I would totally like to have her as one of the sprites, but it's not going to be a thing because nobody knows about the manga.
Well, you could always raise awareness.
I could, but it's not a big
Make the
deal.
sprite yourself.
I wish I was good with sprite work. Oh, and it looks like we have a turtle versus a wizard. Sounds like something out of an indie game. And the shroom is slowly falling behind. Oh, Walter didn't get that coffee break. Ooh. The worst. Oh, it looks like somebody agrees with me. Me with the Ganti idea.
Wonder how well they can do spriting. Because if they can do it.
V30 Gonti, I'd be okay with this. And Walter is down. And the Squirtle has beaten the Wizard. And, Electricals, the Toad. I've never seen the Squirtle spray in the Dark World, it's just the sunglasses. That's amazing. And he has a shovel, which could get us somewhere to get the Moon Pearl.
Moon Pearl has to be somewhere.
What up, Mushroom Toad? Well, at least he got a life.
More than can be said for some of us. Like me.
Same.
Oh my gosh, that pun! He's got a new life.
And Shovel got powder. Even it's made of shrooms, it was probably deep shrooms in.
Well, we still can't do a bat check.
No, hammer. All you need's hammer. So yeah, they can totally check the bat right now.
Were you
And
thinking that required mirror or something?
No.
Bat required meter or bat required Moon Pearl? Either way, we got powder from a shovel, so something's gotta be on that bat. What do you got for us, Betty? It is the curse of... Come on. Curse of Shrooms!
I always love it when that happens. It's backwards!
Yeah.
Curse of fetch quest chaining.
I have
Curse of
done that
drugs.
myself.
Oh, that just sounds rude.
It's something I have done myself, so I have all the respect for it. I have put that exact fetch quest chain in a different Plando before.
Haha seems to be trying to get... Yeah, trying to do the Fate Flippers. Here's in the pond. For some reason, Squirrel just doesn't know how to swim by default. I'm saying HM or something. Oh, they got it! And Big Chest and Tower got the shield. Which, yay.
You do not have enough badges to use Surf outside.
Yeah, screw that, he's doing it right now. Wait, may not be from Kanto.
Maybe
I doubt
not.
Could be from Alola. And let's see what shrooms get from the witches. They brew us up a nice thing of something or other. Moon Pearl!
We have the Merle. Dark World Access.
For reals this time. Ooh, and New Life just fell down the Moldorm pit. Always the worst feeling. And Centroid's off to the Wizard.
So Centroid is off to see the wizard.
The little Wizard of Balls. Ooh, and Boo Bald.
Lovely.
And it's the big key to Turtle Rock that New Life just got.
Ooh, nice. Looks like we're having some backtrack. And Centroid beat the wizard, and now he's gonna go on the fetch quest himself. Will they get the shovel? They do. Good. New Life got the powder. This is not a seed for speed, is it?
Probably none of these seeds are.
Probably not.
Well,
What
there
about
is
Concord?
one. Yeah, Concord. You start in go mode. That's gonna be fun.
That's how that one works? Is that...
Yeah, you start in go mode, full go mode. Every single item. 20 hearts, 4 bottles.
Gotta go
So
fast.
So it's all of a matter of just going in as fast as you can to all the Dark World dungeons. Or whatever dungeons are required.
And navigating. That is it.
So it's a race of execution. I'm gonna have a good time with that one.
Speed run the speed run.
Basically.
Oh my god.
Which I'd be okay with that, honestly. Send Troy checking the bat. Walter could potentially catch up. They're not too far behind. But it's a little bit too early to call who's going to win first.
Yeah, there's a lot more to be seen.
Mm-hmm. And while dungeons have been beaten, none of them have been the pendants, which is what's required. Oop, hype gave hype.
Is it though?
Ooh, Hype Cave wasn't so very hype, except for Key to Ganon's Tower, which... Whoop.
It might be useful. Then again, there is a redundant key.
So...
GT small key and otherwise the cave formerly known as Hype.
now known as Meh. Dark and Ice Palace are 5 and 6, as evidenced by the bomb dealer. Ooh, we're gonna get to see what Stumpy has. Like it was just a bomb expansion.
Looks like it.
Has Hype Cave even really been that hype in V29?
I want to say one of the runs I had was actually pretty good. So, but I want to say V29's kind of pushed a bit more on dungeons or other spot. Well, it's hard to say really.
The reason why it pushed more on dungeons is because of how the logic was reworked.
Yeah.
The logic was reworked that locations are put in a random order and items are put in a random order. If an item can currently be placed at that location based on what is currently available in the logic, it is placed there. Otherwise, it is skipped and moved back to the back of the queue, and we try again until all items have been placed in locations. So, unlike placing items in a fixed order in the queue, you have both the items list and the locations list being scrambled. And that is how all locations have been given an equal value. Originally, the locations list was in a fixed order. If you read the patch notes for V29, you'll see more about that and how that correlates to everything having an essentially equal value.
Which means there's technically never really a bad call anymore, really.
Oh, there are still bad calls, but now more locations have a higher probability, whereas beforehand they had slim to none because of where they were in the list and how many restrictions they had. It didn't really help much.
Like, for example, the cliffside on the graveyard. Cliffside grave.
Cliffside on the graveyard, that was early in the list, but it has enough requirements that you really need to have an item being placed there. But if an item is placed there and you can't access it, oh, well, I guess we're going to try a different item until we find something that's garbage and put it here. But now we don't have to place garbage there. Instead, what we can do is place an item that's necessary for progression somewhere else and get back to this cave with another item that may be important.
Looks like they found the Cane of Samaria from Skullwoods, so that's interesting. Well, New Life's off in Palace of Darkness. Still no bow, though.
Well, they do have 4 small keys.
Is that an Arrow expansion or Silvers? I couldn't quite tell that what New Life got. It was Arrow related, I know that. Five plus? Okay.
Yeah, definitely just an expansion.
I doubt we're going to see it here, but I would like to see Harry up. And Walter has beaten the wizard. Looks like Centroid starting the Lamolus hunt. And it's while Haha is checking around town in the Dark World.
So it looks like New Life's going back to the bridge. Will New Life try the hammer yump?
Hammer your pipe!
Hammer
Oh,
yump!
Oh,
He's
we're
going
gonna see
for
it!
it.
Yes!
He's going for it.
I don't care how stupid it is, I just find it hilarious to see.
He is going for it.
Bomb Hunt has a piece of heart.
He's got it.
Oh yeah! That's just fun to watch.
Just a bomb upgrade.
That was a glorious bomb upgrade. Oh, and haha, rolled into a ghost when trying to get to Thieves Town.
Just another bomb upgrade.
An amazing
Are we gonna go
bomb
3 for 3 in the bomb upgrade maze? No, but we will go 3 for 3 on garbage.
I mean, heart container, that's still somewhat good.
Death warp, gotta love a death warp.
And Centroid's doing the demolition method of trying to take care of Land Molluss, bombs and hammer. Sadly, Whack the Land Molluss just doesn't seem to be working out. And Walter's gotten the mushroom from the bat. Eventually, there you go. Such a long animation.
Dr. Bob, please. But yeah, there's probably going to be a lot of death warping here.
What are you trying to get at, Bob?
Death is the true way to reflect.
But what are you trying to get at? Are you trying to insinuate that there's something you think you know? Everyone's doing a bunch of speculating. But are they right?
Wink!
The speculation is real up in here.
The speculation
Very
hype
real.
is real.
And Walter's finally gotten Moon Pearl. Go mode's going to be real interesting to call what's going to be the one item that holds them up. Especially because we know the mirror is required for Swamp.
Sorry, flippers.
And Flippers too, I forgot about that. That could be a reasonable idea. Yeah, there, Math Girl. Well, let's see what the catfish has to say. The catfish says have a D. It's a good letter.
Oh, right, that's where Bo was.
And with Bo, they're able to beat Eastern Palace and Palace of Darkness. Which, since New Life ran to Palace of Darkness earlier, probably kicking themselves on that one. And Walter's actually checking Catfish early. This may help catch him back up. And Centroid with the shields from Tower. Yes, Catfish is actually useful for once.
Imagine if Ice Rod was on Catfish.
Ooh, that would have been rude, especially if that was an item you were hunting for T-Rock. Hello there, Fluffy Moogle. How you doing?
Ice Rod is a pretty cool item to have.
I won't stop doing that if you keep making puns.
Also, I want to give a shout out to Fluffy Moogle. Fluffy Moogle did a lot of testing for us, and I want to thank him for that.
He's a good Moogle, Koopa. Ooh, nearly had perfect shooting. Aims for the mimics. Hey, now. Don't. No healing and Koopaing at the same time. I've had bad experiences with that. At least I have. And Walter with the Death Warp.
Yeah, now I'm somewhat curious. What were those bad experiences?
Let's say a little game called Final Fantasy XIV.
Oh, lovely.
Yep. And Hasel's picking up blind. Funny, it's usually the Pokemon that follows after the trainer.
You Pokemon, me trainer.
Okay, and someone's calling up the call of good King Moogle. Let's not summon up some primals now. Wrong game. And what is some of the choice words Blind has to say for us? My request is either Ether, Quick, or Bombos. I've seen better. And Blind, he has been sent to the Optometrist with the compass.
Who needs vision anyway?
Many people.
Well, it would be hard to do this without it.
Given a lot of the pixel sighting, yeah. Though that would be impressive to see a blind rando runner. Do they exist? Because that would be very interesting to hear about.
Bob, please.
And there's many of them. I would list some gods, but I'm actually kind of blanking right now. To get around a course? It's a Braille compass. Is that actually a thing? Oh, that actually is a thing. Sort of. There are compasses for blind people. The more you know. And new life with the Gate of Samaria. That's a good pickup. Ooh, nearly got grabbed by a Woolmaster. Conversation piece time. Least favorite enemy in Zelda.
Could have just gotten grabbed, was going to the door anyway.
True. But still, least favorite enemy, because Not sure mine would be.
Mine's probably Wall Masters.
All Masters are pretty high up there, and I have to agree.
OOT Stalfos.
Like the ones, the Stalfos Knights from Ice Palace?
No, Ocarina of Time Stalfos.
Oh, they're pretty bad too, yeah.
No, scratch that. Iron Knuckles.
Oh, from Zelda 2. Ew, those guys are worst. Felt like a good sword fight, but man, you hope you did those jump strats well. And some people are saying the Wind Waker redeads or the Breath of the Wild Lionels or the Ocarina of Time redeads. A lot of the 3D redeads, which, yeah, they're pretty bad. I would say, actually, in terms of redeads, I would say Wind Waker's worse for me. Just for the shrill scream. And, like, the weird, like, their mouth, like, weirdly moving. Ugh. And the Tum Pumpkins are pretty bad. I would say Lake Lakes are worse. Which one of these is... True Pixel asks, which one of these is your least favorite? Wall Master, Dead Rock, Lionel, or Laser Eye? Dead Rock. I actually would say Dead Rock, just because they...
Yeah.
I've had some bad experiences with Dead Rocks, like one getting stoned into a cave entrance, so I couldn't get into it.
I've literally been stuck in a dead rock before.
Yep.
Oh.
Can I say Beamos?
Oh, those are super troll too.
I mean, basically the same thing as Laser Eyes, yeah. Especially because they can snipe you from afar. Ooh, is that a Rupoor on Hahasel? Hahasel. I think I saw a Rupoor there. Yikes.
Looks like it.
Oh, we're seeing someone go to Spike Cave?
Is it required?
How much is
That
it
was a
gonna
question.
hurt?
It's chat. Is Spike Cave required?
Ooh, nearly died there at the last moment. Oh, half magic! Not too bad. Not required, but still pretty good.
I mean, pretty nice if you want to go out there as well. Once you've gotten in, but save and quit works too, right?
Hmm.
This seed, though, with the full magic stun drop, not as big a deal, is it?
Not really, but at the same time, helps when you're in the middle of, like, say, the Turtle Rock fight.
Can't get a stun drop in the middle of fighting Trinex, that's for sure.
Nope. Probably one of my least favorite bosses, honestly, is Trinex. Mostly just not because of the boss itself, but because of how magic works. Oh, we get to check Sick Kid. Sick Kid looks like Ice Rod. Oh, they can't. I was about to say they haven't they haven't gone back to get the other rod in Lumberjack, but they can't because they need the boots, which requires the mirror. Boy.
So let's go over what is everything locked behind right now.
Boots are behind Mirror. We have no idea where Mirror is, and Fire Rod is behind Lumberjack Cave, which requires boots. So there's a big chain. There's going to be a big chain at their end where once they get Mirror, it can get 2 other items. but it's going to take him a while. Then I think it's pretty unsure if Skull Woods or T-Rock is required. Flippers and Flute have also not been found, but we're not sure of how required those will be. Skull's required, it's a pendant? Ooh. Never mind them. They're gonna definitely be the Fire Rod. The big question is then, where's that mirror?
It'd seem we have no idea right now.
Another question, even though it's not required, where are those precious silvers? Or the other swords, for that matter?
Well, this is a Ganonless seed, so it may be possible that there are no other swords in the logic right now, and silvers aren't even necessary at all in the logic.
Good point. I kind of forgot it was Pedestal stage for a minute.
Yeah, it's a Pedestal seed. So in theory, we could have Fighter Sword, no silvers.
Which is gonna be rough.
But we already have Master Sword.
Oh! Where did Ultra get that other sword? I missed that. Hell, okay. Yes. And while the king's already been defeated somewhere else, the knights are done for new life. And Walter, with the Master Sword, now can actually go get the flippers. And from the heavens, you can now have swim. Let me English that a little better. You can now swim. There you go.
I can have swim. You sound like a little cat.
I may be a little cat in disguise. But Walter's checking Spike Cave. Off for that precious half magic.
The spikiest cave in all of Hyrule.
Nah, I would still say that's Ganon's tower.
Does that count as a cave?
I mean, it's basically built. Probably was one before the whole Dark World thing. Could have just been like a big natural spire, and Ganon went, I like this. I'm going to turn this into a tower.
Well, the Dark World was originally the Golden Land, which corresponded to Hyrule, so if the Tower of Hera existed, why wouldn't a tower exist in the position of Ganon's tower?
At the same time, though, what its purpose would have been beforehand? Besides maybe a giant... Or the gladiatorial arena as given by Between Worlds, I forgot about that.
That is possible.
Which means for a long while, they were probably out of business when Lower World was getting taken over. They were quick to take out that giant pyramid, though, when they put back in Lower World Castle. Excuse me.
But according to the canon, the Golden Land and Lorule are two separate worlds.
I don't buy that.
I'm not sure I do either.
Neither do I, to be honest.
Because for one thing, they both have the same aesthetic. They both have the same problem. They're a world connected to Hyrule. Well, that because of Ganon's screwery messed it up. And the whole point was that it's supposed to be I don't buy it. The only thing that makes no sense, though, is where did the Golden Pyramid go and why is it replaced with another castle between A Link to the Past and Between Worlds?
Now the question is, was that pyramid Ganon's pyramid?
Possibly. Or possibly not.
Well, there is Thieves Town, and there is Pod, and there is Swamp, and there is Skullwoods, and Turtle Rock, and Ice Palace.
Well... For all we know, Elk Crystals could be required in case something's off Ganon's tower. We don't know yet.
It's happened. We've seen it in the 2v2.
Mm-hmm. That's until the future, Bomb. One of the weirder switches when they moved Ice Palace and Turtle Rock around in Between Worlds. And Toad's got a Master Sword and a Hahasel King down. And our little Squirtle buddy here is going to go check his catfish. And it's a Wailord. Nope, it's a bow.
Our little Squirtle buddy has to go a long way before he learns to swim, eh?
Yep. Though with that bow, they're probably kicking themselves, realizing, oh, crap, Pod. Walter's the only one who has Titan's Mint, so they can get around to some spots before. That they couldn't. And New Life probably won't be far behind.
But we do have to realize New Life also has 4 crystals already.
Right, so they're very close to getting to Ganon's tower soon. So Walter's catched up a little bit because they got the bow much earlier than everyone else. But at the same time, though, they're still struggling because they haven't beaten as many bosses. I'm pretty sure. Oh, are they check? Oh, they're not checking Blacksmith. It's right there, dude.
Pretty sure the tracking on Walther's boss count is not entirely up to date.
Accurate. Yes, I think same with Centroid too, because neither have them marked, even though they probably should be at some of them at this point.
Well, given where Master Sword seems to have been, pretty sure Walther would have boss beat at least one.
Yeah, I think they did beat Hahasel. But now it looks like New Life's gonna be go checking Hobo legitimately. Now they got bombos. So 2 of the medallions have been found. We have not seen Ether, but
We've seen it.
we have. No, it was on Desert Palace Torch. We haven't gotten it. None of them have gotten it yet. We don't know which medallions will be needed for T-Rock or Meyer. Well, we've seen boots on spectacle. We just don't have the mirror to get to them. Ooh, that's a good question. What if blacksmiths had the mirror the entire time? They're mirror smiths. Could be possible. And Blind is down. Poor Blind. They just want to see a good time. Well, Squirrel versus Helmasaur.
Half magic is pretty useful. Keep through all that.
Having a hard time hitting that switch, though. There you go. Ooh, and Hahasel got defeated by the Helmasaur. Ouch. Oop. Your life's going to Ice Palace. Oof. Always the worst feeling, tripping on the cliff. Evil ducks. Oh, early big key in Ice Palace. A nice little question to ask and get some thoughts going. Least favorite, favorite or least favorite dungeon in Link to the Past? I think mine would... Favorite would probably be... Let's say probably either Palace of Darkness or Thieves Town. I like those thematics.
Turtle Rock, favorite. My
Really?
favorite.
Meyer I can see being least favorite. It's not quite that interesting. But why would T-Rock be your favorite? Because I found it, honestly, aesthetically, it's the cave graphics, so it's kind of aesthetically boring. And I'm guessing it's the mechanics?
You got it.
Yeah. I can see that, yeah. Like, mechanically, I think it's pretty okay. My only issue is the magic use. Because there's so little magic you have in the game.
I find the structure of Ice Palace rather interesting.
Ice Palace is pretty okay. My issue is just long, especially when you're trying to do it, like, say,
Let's
vanilla.
focus on Walter's blind fight.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Cape strats. Let's see how that goes.
And
Blind is
pretty well.
down with 1 heart left on Walter. And
he's
it's
able to
perfect.
see that to the very end.
Well, half magic definitely helps with Cape Strats blind.
And Blind had his own compass.
Mm. And sick kid with the ice rod still. Centroid has that
It's
too
interesting
now.
to see that the customizer still allows you to do that, because in the vanilla randomizer, Blind cannot have the Thieves Town compass.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Logically,
The
they made it
randomizer
that...
actually did that.
Yeah, logically they made it that in order to complete a dungeon, You must be able to access the map and compass with anything that is logically required to complete the dungeon. So if you cannot access the map and compass with the items that you have found, it does mean that you should not logically be going to this dungeon. But I don't think that's going to stop our runners from doing anything. Ever.
True. Or what shows up in the Plandos.
It's a plan though, all bets are off. You can remove the compasses. I did that in the Easter egg hunt seed. 100 Easter eggs, no compasses, no maps.
Granted, the compasses don't really do much. Because I think
in
only
open mode, they don't do anything.
Yeah.
In open mode, maps and compasses don't do anything. They're just items that are guaranteed
Vanilla
to be in their
blue
own
mail.
dungeons. Nice, vanilla blue mail.
I always liked the blue mail. I just found it weird in the original Link Sprite when he got the blue mail, he had that yellow hat. It's weird.
So how did the Toad sprite change with the blue mail?
I think he has a blue shirt now.
Hard to see.
Yeah. I think it's just a blue shirt. He had the banana hat from the original Link Sprite. Not a fan. Weird that New Life is doing the traditional method to open a door instead of using Samaria.
Well, it conserves magic a bit. Apparently not wanting to open that door on the right then. So there's a magic refill there. So stun drops. Not that you can get those very easily here.
And to bomb a Krakow.
So do Walther and Centroid in fact have any pendants or crystals right now?
I want to say Walter has the,
Walter beat blind. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Blind and Halmasaur.
Mhm.
And Centroid just beat, Eastern Palace right now. And Krakow down. Or, what was that guy's actual official name?
That would be Cold Stare.
Cold Stare. Yay. Ice pun.
Does bear a remarkable similarity to a certain Kirby boss, though.
Still have not played the newest Kirby yet. Like to, though. And Walter got the bottle from Cape Cave. That's a little hard to say.
Bumper Cave.
Bumper Cave, there you go. Yeah,
So
actually,
which
maybe.
bosses has Centroid fought so far?
Trying to remember what was gotten from the baddies, and it looks like they may be off to go deal with Eastern Palace. Because I want to say almost everyone's dealt with Flammolus and Moldor. I'm not sure.
I'm guessing it's Eastern Desert, Hera, and Thieves.
Yeah, that seems to be the common ones that have beaten so far. And New Life's going to check the Pyramid Ferry. I'll call her a fat fairy. That's rude. Oh, I thought that actually hurt yourself. Bucket Jeanette and the magical boomerang. Also getting the ice rod from the sick kid, which probably caused his cold. Somebody got it.
Amazing.
And we're gonna go check to see what the blacksmiths have. And the blacksmiths are quiversmiths. I didn't quite say it that long, JTN, but sure, yeah. The magical boomerang. I would extend it longer, but I don't want to burn out your ears. Pixel Game making that point. There is no New Life has not checked the sick kid for the ice rod. It's Quiversmith. It's Smith because it gives you +5 arrow expansion, not 5 arrows. Walter's checking the box to see what's inside it.
About to find out what's in that purple chest, aren't we?
What's in the box? Oh, it's the flute!
It's flute!
It's not dead babies, it's the flute.
I'll definitely take flute over dead babies.
All rise.
In a minute. he still has to play the anthem.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Centroid's taking out Hammersaur finally, and Hahasel is busy with Peg. Which gives him a heart. Loves him. New Life is off in Spike Cave to go get that precious half magic.
That'll bring us to 3 out of 4 runners with the half magic.
Alright.
I just had to do that.
It's the precious call of the duck. Quack. Now they can finally check to see what's off in Mire.
Centroid's current straps are the bomb.
And they're out of arrows too, so they can't do the quick arrow kill.
Literally trying everything, seems like.
New Life's off to get the ice rod from the sick kid who caused himself that illness. While Walter checks the hut. Key to T-Rock. And another big key to Misery Mire. Huh. Right before going to Misery Mire.
Convenient, isn't it?
Let's see if they can actually open the front door. Looks like they can.
Is this inverse vanilla?
I think so.
Could be.
And Centroid has beaten the Helmosaur King.
Well, I think we all know a nice place Centroid can go now. After rounding up a few items.
And Hahasel off to go get the flute from the box.
What's in the box?
Just said it's the flute. It's not dead babies.
Well, there's something in the box.
It's always something.
Give you the key to happiness. Or Ganon's tower. Same thing, really.
Well, we'll find out soon enough where that key is.
I mean, given it takes them to Mire, it's sort of the key to misery, one could say.
True.
Well, we already know where the GT Big Key is, but we still don't know how to get all the crystals.
Another question being, can Squirtles actually use the move Sing? I don't think they can.
Can they?
Checking it right now. Squirrels, in fact, cannot sing.
Well, good thing there's a flute. That makes it so the Squirtle doesn't have to sing.
That's by Generation 7, though. I haven't checked the older ones. There you go. There's the solution by Pixel Gamer. I heard Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff. Ah. Because they don't have Fire Rod, they gotta do it the long way to get the cutscene chest. Centroid's off to get half magic.
Otherwise, we'd be seeing a good old Fire Rod clip. Push the block,
that's a
fire
fun
the
one.
Fire Rod.
Sadly, it can't make the blocks disappear. Mirror.
But you can soft lock yourself if you hookshot across to the torch.
Oh, that sounds horrible. And cutscene chest wasn't worth it. It was only $20.
Wait, is this a soft lock if you try to cross the check? Can you not push those blocks from the other side? Or, I mean, the torch, yeah. Like,
You likely can, but it's possible.
It's very possible if you screw it up. Yeah, you could get soft. If you don't have the mirror, you're screwed.
well, you're saving pudding anyway.
Yeah.
True. New Life is meanwhile dealing with blind.
Well, what do we already know to be locked behind mirror?
Boots, which are required in order to get the fire rod. So somewhere out there is that bloody mirror that gets into many places.
And let's think about Lumberjack for a second.
Which has fire. So
it also locks Skullwoods and Turtle Rock.
which I believe both of which are pendants.
We don't know yet. Nobody's checked Meyer yet.
Yeah, Myra's the one dungeon we haven't seen.
And we're gonna get a Meyer check.
Centroid's feed's alright. It's kind of lagging out. There we go. Centroid's off to go check Ripoff and the cliff. And Haha's done with Eastern Palace.
Centroid's lagging a bit. And now Centroid is the last runner to pick up the mints.
Quite comfy. Probably.
For sure, he's happy to find those mints.
Yeah, I'm sure he loves to finally have gotten his mitts on those. Video with cape strats. Cape strats are an interesting way to take pictures.
It's the Mario Party strat.
Basically.
Hope you don't bust your controller, because it's time to mash. Better or worse than the control stick spinning? Ah, who am I kidding? Everyone hates control stick spinning.
Control stick spinning. A gimmick created just to make you buy more controllers.
Or bust your hand! Because what's more likely going to happen is your hand's going to get scarred open. But Walter is done with, Meyer. Swamp, Meyer, there you go. He has to do the dreaded Ice Palace.
And so we know Turtle Rock is a pendant.
In order to get set up, they gotta go find that mirror. New Life has the ice rod, it looks like, so that needs to get updated. There we go. Another duck has been obtained. Ooh, dead rock right on the ladder. I got a question posed by Pixel Gamer. Do you want to hear a toad sing, especially with the voice it has? I don't know, do you?
Hello!
Ye gods!
What? Toad's annoying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the punchline here in a nutshell, eh?
Hello!
He has the most annoying voice, but he's still winning this race. And it looks like Hookshot K didn't fetch much.
Oh, hook shot. Yeah, not a lot.
Well, New Life is taking care of the last of the crystal dungeons. And Walter only found some money and a bomb. This sounds like a bad setup for a mob movie. Hey, I'm not dissing New Life. They're winning this race. But the others could have a potential to catch back up.
Well, according to what we're seeing, New Life should be in Gannis Tower in about 5 minutes.
Indeed. The big thing that's going to hold back Haha and Walter is the fact they still have to do Ice Palace.
Well, they do have that Bombos, so they can do it.
They can do it, and they can do it rather quickly. Problem is, it's still Ice Palace. It's going to be quite a lengthy journey. And who knows, by that point, New Life may get the mirror by that point.
It's not about the cold stare, it's about the friends we made along the way. Like that Freezor, that dick of a slidey bird thing. Yeah.
Penguin. It's Penguin.
Yeah, the penguin dudes. Yeah.
Which you also use Bombos on.
And the Snowfus Knights that just want to give you a hug. I mean, jump into your hitbox. Close enough, right?
Same thing.
Those penguins are not the most pleasant things to deal with.
Especially on ice panels. And more Cape Strats with Vitreous. Quite the fitting music, I would say.
That was coincidental. I just have a playlist going now.
Also, Phantom Fox, GT, Big Key cannot be on Ped. Ped is winning.
I guess my next Plando might have to be a Ganon Seed, just because of how much people seem to expect Ganon Seeds.
It's the most common one.
Quite fair.
It's kind of like the standard to do, besides, standard mode.
Like, even standard mode isn't necessarily entirely common. Like, I've seen a fair bit of open.
Open, I want to say, is more common just for the sake that you can do a little bit more for the start of the game. Standard, the only real difference is you're guaranteed a weapon from Uncle if you do random swords, and you pretty much have to do all of Hyrule and Escape, or Hyrule Castle and Escape.
Looks like Hahasel is reluctantly going into Ice Palace.
Master also was pointing out the fact we may have not changed the stream title. Whoops.
Sorry, too much going on.
And Walter's heading off to Ice Palace while Haha's already in there. Meanwhile, New Life is kind of slightly struggling to get through the rest of Meyer. And Sensoroid's off to go get that box opened. And New Life is off to do some Mario Party with Vitreous. And with New Life beating Vitreous, he's off to go with Ganon's Tower, probably. A question to the seed developer, Rachlend. What was kind of your thought process when you were making this seed?
I had sort of a central idea of how I wanted it to be structured and placed items as such. Nothing too complicated. Actually, a lot of the key placements were handled by the seed itself rather than manually placed by me. I mostly focused on the items. I manually placed every single named item, like for like all of the you know, silvers, bow, boomerang, hookshot, etc.
And
Like-
New Life is going to GT without the big key.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
For True Pixels to explain the Mario Party joke, button mashing the game. That's what you're doing when you're dealing with Curious with the Cape Strats.
Well, given we don't seem to have seen it yet, it might be more of a where is than where was GT Big Key.
Hahasel going to be dealing with Cold Stare for a moment while New Life goes to wander around Ganon's tower. Do Walter and Centroid have Ganon's tower big key?
Literally impossible. Literally impossible.
Well, that question's answered.
I suspect people have not been paying attention to the map drops. They've all been in the dungeons that they belong to. All of them.
Let's see if it's in hashtag Grando Room. Nope. Random room gets aim. From what I understand, it's pretty much like the one room you never go to in the actual game, but you always go into it in Rando. It's the Rando room.
But there are other rooms like that.
It's just the one that everyone just calls it.
But there's 2 rooms like that in GT.
That's how I understand its name.
Yeah, but that's not a very good name when there's 2 rooms like that in
Hey,
GT.
Bob. Hey, Bob's dead.
Goodbye, Bob. And thanks for the health.
So long, and thanks for all the fish.
So sad that it should come to this.
I forget, why is Bob a thing exactly?
Because his sprite glitches out if you don't bonk the torch. Because for some reason his location in memory is affected by the torch.
There it is, it was behind the Armos Knights.
So it's in the
It's a
dungeon.
pretty vanilla place for that big key, isn't it?
Haha. Hello, Vanilla Red Mail.
Is this even randomized?
That's not until another couple days from now.
That's gonna be fun.
I'm running that one. I fear the worst.
Oh, it's gonna be fun!
It will be fun.
Wait, why is New Life going around checking the rest of Ganon's tower? Or Ganon's basement? He's gotten the big key. And it hasn't found the mirror yet.
He thinks there may be Turtle Rock keys in there.
Fair enough.
To be fair, there was one.
Yeah, good point.
And he forgot he doesn't have the fire rod.
So that's undoable. That's not possible. So
Well,
it probably has to be on the ascent.
he's going for it. And Walther is now doing the GT.
Walter's making a pretty good catch, but considering his early his start was a little slow in the beginning.
Yeah.
What's lamp torching?
Yeah, Haha and Walter are basically right next to each other right now. Well, Centroid's really behind by 2 dungeons. Well, they at least get to do it Mario Party with Vitreous before doing Ice Palace. And both are checking right. And Centroid has taken care of Vitreous.
I just want to give our runners a hand for running this seed. We all know Plandos can be very trolly, and they stepped into the lion's den knowing how bad this could get.
Still a good time. Give also a hand to our trackers as well. Star Tracker, there's for EA and AppleJackSix for tracking for us, Yonniman, and for restreaming, and Rachlend and I exist.
Me existing? Are you sure?
Yeah, probably.
And don't forget, this is Rachelend's seed.
And I'm UltraX. I'm here. I'm just here for the lulz, really.
And we're glad to have you here for the lulz.
Yeah, thanks.
Always good to share the lulz, man.
Ooh, gonna be dealing with GT's high bridge without the boots. Not too much of a problem, though. There's one thing I never understood. Wiz robes in Fire are different than Wiz robes here in T. They act the exact same. Yes, and the chat for also being here as well, for giving us a good time.
It's definitely more
You
fun
forgot
with
he
chat
doesn't
on.
have fire
No,
rod.
like, he doesn't. No, he has to do. Hey, nope. Let's retry.
Forgot he doesn't have fire rod.
Good old muscle. Nestle.
Good old muscle memory.
Thank you. Someone was gonna get it out.
Muscle memory is fun.
And also evil.
Except when you don't have the item you think you have.
And again, he forgot he doesn't have fire rod. Oh, he's got it.
Oh, he got it! He got it anyway!
Nice backup strat.
Yeah, just close the gap.
At least you're not hovering.
Well, hovering usually requires boots, right?
I'd never done it, so I'm not sure.
It does require boots. There is no hovering here.
So
Yeah,
even that,
I think it's often called boots hovering even.
Yep.
and let's see if validation may have this precious mirror that we've all been thinking.
Troll orb count.
Oh, and knocked off into the pit, into the spikes. That's just rude.
That is one.
Take a shot, kids. Ooh, nearly fell off again.
Nice.
Ooh, nice one.
Brought Troll Dorman to super speed and still got it. It's the mirror.
Mirror invalid. Having a small moment to realize, wait, I just got a mirror. I should actually just mirror out.
So, these reflections aren't so distant anymore.
That'll drop. And with that, able to get the boots right outside. Put them on their feet.
So, for those of you who suspected that the mirror would be in validation test, give yourselves a round of applause. You got the seed.
I might take to calling that chest inevitable conclusion chests. Just like that was a nice touch, JTN, calling it that.
Yep.
That's an alternate name for that, and JTN is the one who coined that.
Yeah.
Congrats to the chat.
That's a great name for it. Like, good job on that, JTN.
That's pretty much what a lot of Plandos do. Let's put it in these one mematic chests just to be that rude.
I'm sure we'll be seeing more of that this week.
Of course you would be.
Why is New Life heading to...
You mean desert?
Desert. Well, they went to...
Yeah.
Oh,
Taunting all of the various distant reflections of the seed.
Right, because I forgot again, Aether was on the torch. I was thinking they would go head off the swamp first. What's in Graveyard Cave, Checkerboard 45. Probably not much. And Bombo's tablet. There have been a few things we haven't checked, but at the same time, though, they're not really needed. At most, they'd be more swords Birds, the silvers, or Beerman. Or the bottles, too.
Can you navigate Turtle Rock with 2 keys?
Don't think so, unless it's an entrance. And Haha seems to be outside T-Rock for some reason. Or not T-Rock, Ganon for some reason.
No, you cannot, so we have to realize that New Life is not in Go mode.
Keys are a part of Go mode in KeySanity. This scene is not over yet, folks.
Could be missing a key or two.
There is a redundant door that isn't always needed, and that's the door to the big key chest, but you still need three Turtle Rock keys. So, not in Go mode.
Could be the key on Lake Hylia that's been called out.
Well, Walther has 3 Turtle Rock keys.
So he should be fine.
Actually, did that just say New Life has 3 Turtle Rock keys?
3 required for finishing clear.
Yeah, but the pause menu just say that New Life has 3 Turtle Rock keys?
I missed it, so I'm not sure.
I think that's what I just saw. Oh, that's a mistake. New Life does in fact have 3 Turtle Rock keys.
What the heck is Haha doing in Eastern?
Haha, what are you doing? You have all 6 chests.
He has no arrows. But why check here? There's a shop.
You got 1,400 rupees. I think you can buy some arrows.
Yeah. What's the point of jumping that deep into a dungeon?
You can always buy 30 arrows for 150 rupees.
Yeah. When you're buying them for potions or anything, Ganon's not required.
But Pedestal is required.
Pedestal doesn't need to get shot.
Did New Life just skip the waterfall chest?
He skips quite a few chests, actually. He's go-moding it. He doesn't care. He wants to get out.
But does he have enough keys to finish Skullwoods?
That's a good question. You only really need, like, what, the 1 or 2 in the back?
How many outside keys do you need in Skullwoods?
I don't think... At most, I want to say maybe 2. Really need.
Have they entered Skullwoods and used any key?
Not sure.
If they have not, then they can indeed go mode it with 1 key.
And if they have, like, there is still...
Yeah, they don't have a
places
Skullwoods
they
key.
have keys. There's a couple places in Skullwoods that have keys.
Yeah, that are mandatory.
Yeah.
Because they're in mods. But New Life has taken care of Swamp, so all he has to take care of now is T-Rock. Which that's going to be the longer journey. I think I saw him with Tempered. Yeah, that's Tempered Sword, alright. And Super Speed, and gone!
a seed like this is only makes sense to do Skullwood's last day.
Pretty much, yeah. Because you'd be right on top of the pedestal. Problem is, T-Rock's still gonna take forever. And Walter has the boots. Working on that slow, arduous chain of getting everything that boot locked. That was also mirror locked. And the Toad heads into the giant turtle. May or may not be Bowser. Shady, Walter left GT because he needed to get the mirror. There, because it's a pet seed. All pendants are required in order to pull the pedestal to win. Big thing that was holding them back was that mirror. Walter may have bunged himself though with that routing, because it probably would have been a smarter idea to do Skull last. But still knocking it out. Man, your life is skipping all the chests.
I don't think
Look,
it
it's
matters
go mode,
anymore.
it's go mode.
Yeah.
Certainly looks like go mode being here with a key still, yeah. This is go mode. When you're in go mode, you can just go.
Though there is probably one truer, faster way to beat Moth, the good bee.
We've seen triple B strats before. Have we ever done quadruple B strats?
That just sounds rude.
I've seen triple B strats before. I have a clip of it from an old tournament on Speed Gaming.
Oh. I've only seen a good bee strat in a Let's Play.
Triple B! Triple B!
And New Life is heading off to Trinex.
Minor spoilers, but there are some easy places to get bees here.
My god.
At least it's not a bee miser.
Everything's a bee. Even your uncle's a bee.
Everything is bees!
And Trinex is down for New Life. Rest in peace, Gonti. With a shield. Sadly, not mirror.
There's still another shield out there.
But would you really want the mirror shield when it blocks your face? I mean, that's what it's supposed to do, but at the same time, though, you can't see.
A very good question.
Ooh, and haha, got trolled ormed. Ouch.
New life with the Skullwood's last routing. Very
Yep.
efficient, very efficient.
It's gonna be more likely to be a race for second at this point than it is a race for first. But Aha found the mirror, so he's off to go do the long mirror boot chain. Meanwhile, Centroid is slowly working his way there. And Toad shooting fireballs. Sounds natural. And New Life's off to take care of Moth. And Moth has been taken care of. Well, Haha deals with Checkerboard.
And with that, New Life will be done in less than 30 seconds.
And Bob lives in Centroid's file. Or not. Rest in peace, Bob.
Well, there's the other Bob, though.
Still, though, the brothers will never be the same.
Rest in peace.
And New Life 88 finishes with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 23 minutes, and 59 seconds.
What's the Triforce has to say for us tonight? Just laughed at us, okay. But the Toad has saved the Mushroom Kingdom. I mean Hyrule. So that was a very interesting run, I got to say. But it looks like Walter will be just behind me, coming into second place for the run after taking care of Swamp. And then, most likely, Haha will be in third, Centroid. That's what. Oh, yeah, Walter has not done D-Rock, but that's the only dungeon they have to do.
All right, so we have new life here.
Hello. How are you doing?
We're doing great. You're happily in first place for the run.
Yeah. Like halfway through the run, like at 1 hour and 40 minutes, I figured out that I was gonna get the flute from the purple chest. And I was like, all right, and then I'm gonna get a couple of small keys for T-Rock. And I knew the mirror was in Ganon's tower.
Which it was.
Oh my god, what a seed. That was a good one. Oh.
There will be many more like this.
Yeah, hopefully, because it was really fun. It was really fun to play. I did not expect to win the race, but I'm glad I did now.
You were actually pretty solidly in first for most of the run, I want to say.
Man, because when I finished Ice Palace, I was like, oh my god, I did this for nothing. I went to Pyramid, nothing was in the Pyramid. I was like, damn. And then I was like, when I figured out that I had to go to Ganon's Tower, I was really happy. Oh no, actually I didn't pick Toad because I liked Toad. I picked Toad because I didn't know which sprite to pick, so I just picked the random one.
So it picked Toad for you. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we made a joke earlier about the Toad voice. Yonny may have murdered some ears there.
Hello!
Oh man, I'm glad you guys enjoyed the race.
Welcome to the ear murder from earlier. A reprise.
Your murder reprise.
Well, the race was pretty close though.
For the most part, yeah, everyone was at least on some pace with each other. It was all a matter of routing.
Yeah.
And that's where you came out on top.
Right. Yeah, what I'm seeing here, Centroid has not found yet the ice rod.
Doesn't look like it. Oh dear, that's gonna probably be a mess for him.
Yeah, I don't remember where it was. I think it was at the
Sick.
Yeah,
Sick
Sick.
because
Oh, man.
Sick Kid caused his own cold with it.
Oh man.
He's not gonna remember where it is.
Right, I was so afraid too. Like I left the bottle very long time there, and I was like, oh my god, if that's the mirror, I'll be pissed. And then I also got the Thieves Town big key, but I don't remember where I got it, so I was very afraid of that too. Do you guys remember where the Thieves Town's big key was?
Not sure exactly. Oh, it looks like
remember.
Haha's turning in the big. Oh, that's where the silver arrows were. Solid shooter.
Oh,
had 'em.
really?
Solid
The
shooter. had 'em.
arrows was there? Damn. I was really also... Sorry?
Not needed anyway. Not again in seed.
But also, I wasn't sure. Like when I was doing Swamp, I checked the big chest in case for sword, and I was really glad that I got Tempered Sword from Argus because I do not like to do Trinex with a hammer or Master Sword, even with half magic. So if I wouldn't have gotten this Tempered there, I would have probably gone and bought a blue potion.
Makes sense. Or go and probably hunt for another sword.
No, not. I wouldn't have hunted for another sword. I would probably have just gone for the potion and go mode the rest of it. Yeah, it was fun. It was really fun.
It was certainly interesting watching it all sort of collapse into go mode at the end. I did not really put much architecture into the end there. It shows.
No, it was really good. It was a really good seed. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, I checked 175 out of 216 locations, so that's pretty good.
That's a pretty high completion rate, yeah.
Oh well, I'm looking forward to playing more of these. I know the one I'm how do you say? I'm gonna be in the Concord one, so that one will be fun.
Concord sounds like it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, definitely.
Go mode hype!
I'm already
Sounds
planning in my
super
head
fast.
what's the best route, you know.
Really, it just comes down to beating dungeons fast.
Yeah, but you can do it in an order that may
Yeah.
be faster than others, you know.
It comes down to really which of the dungeons will be required.
It's an all dungeon seed. They're all required.
Yeah, they're all
Oh.
required.
And just go do them in order then.
Right.
That's probably what I'm gonna end up doing.
It doesn't matter what order you do them. You have all the items.
Exactly. So it's like,
It's not
well-
KeySanity, so it really doesn't matter at all.
oh,
No, I know that, but for example, you wouldn't go to you wouldn't do Eastern Desert Hera then Pod. You would do Eastern Pod then Desert Mire.
You do Pod,
Yeah.
then Eastern.
yeah.
You know.
You would,
Then Mire, then Desert.
Exactly. Then you want to take
You
wanna
would
do
save
Ice,
Turtle
then
Rock for
T-Rock,
last.
Hera. Yeah, you want to save T-Rock and Hera for last, right? So you can
Yeah,
do
you
that.
save Turtle Rock and Hera for last. So you do Turtle Rock, then you do Hera, and then you take your portal back and you do GT.
yeah.
Right.
So is
And
it
then
an all
after-
dungeon seed then?
And then after beating GT, you want to mirror, do Aghanim's Tower, and then finally beat Ganon. Because I think Aghanim's Tower is required, right?
Aghanim's Tower is required, and you actually may want to do Aghanim's Tower early in case you want that Dark World access for a different purpose.
Yeah.
Well, if you're in Go mode, you don't really need it if you have mirror already.
At the same time, though, couldn't be a bad idea to knock it out first, especially if you want to just knock it out and then quickly do some of the Dark World stuff immediately.
Hmm.
But you can already
Wouldn't be
access
interesting.
whatever you need because you have full Dark World access. The only question is there anything that's closer through Aga than through anything else?
Fair enough. Yeah, good point.
Hmm.
And we can drag in Walter, whose official SRL time is 2:33:36.
Nice. GG.
Congrats there.
But yeah, I'll have to figure out a route. Well, anyway, I'll stay a little bit longer. Say GG to Walter, and then I gotta go.
You can stay as long as you want to.
Thank you.
You earned it. This was a crazy scene.
Oh
was-
yeah.
It was really fun. I really had a lot of fun.
Alright, so I'm gonna drag Walter in. Walter, GG.
GG man.
Thank you.
GG.
So that was an interesting scene.
It was
You had a-
indeed.
Yeah, you were kind of lagging behind it for a good early part of the seed, but later on you caught up real quick.
Yeah, I felt like my early game was kind of horrible, actually.
One of the things that did save you was you did catfish before pod. That's what a lot of the other runners had the double dip pod.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tripled it, Todd. Oh man, that was funny.
Was I the only one that got baited into doing bomb Lemolas?
Yes.
Yes, you were.
Everyone else has, but you at Lemolis.
Yeah, I
Granted,
felt-
your fight was clutch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you finished with one heart.
Yeah, and one bomb as well.
Yeah,
That
one
was-
heart,
that was-
one bomb. That was clutch.
That was- That
Yeah.
was great.
I was
I had,
like, I'm definitely gonna check everything I can before I go to desert, and then after the Backo escape, I just forgot about Death Mountain.
Oh man, I tried to do hammer strats on Lamo, and then I missed one time, and I said, "Fuck it, just do it with the fighter sword."
So let's see what your item count is at the end.
Well, all right, I gotta go. Thank you so much for the race. Good luck tomorrow, Walder.
Yeah, same to you if you're racing tomorrow.
I don't know yet. I don't know. I'll let you guys know. All right, see you guys.
Take it easy, New Life.
See you.
Have a good
Thank
one.
You too. Bye.
So, like, as soon as I saw that Turtle Rock was Ether, I kind of figured out that the mirror was probably going to be in Gannis Tower. But, like, I didn't want to skip anything unless that wasn't the case.
Like a psych out or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, this
Like
was indeed an all dungeon seed.
Yeah, for sure.
Didn't have to do right side GT though. Maybe next time I'll put something there.
Yeah, I was gonna do it right side, and then I remembered I didn't have the fire rod.
I think a couple people made that mistake where it's like they were going to go off to check right side just in case, and then they went, "Oh, right, no fire rod."
Yeah, I did Tyler room first
Blam.
though.
It'll work.
So how's it going for the other runners right now?
Haha is running through T-Rock right now, and they got Skullwoods to take care of, and they'll probably be done. Centroid is just wrapping up the whole fetch quest after getting the mirror. So
Oh yeah. So the key on Lake Hylia, was that the last key for Turtle Rock?
I believe so. I know somebody grabbed it. I just don't remember who it was. And it. Yeah, that was one question the chat's bringing up. Where the heck was the beer now? I don't know.
Yeah, probably in like one of the boots or mirror locations that we never had to check.
Yeah. Hahasel had silvers.
Yeah, that was a little bit late for that, maybe.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. You don't really need him for anything, and it's such a backtrack away. Bother.
Yeah, half magic in Spy Cave was pretty funny.
Aha's done with T-Rock, so they're off to go take care of the Moth. Whereas Centroid's taking care of the Moth first.
Yeah, as soon as I was done with Mofila, I realized that I should have done that last, because then you can use mirror and pull pad.
Yep. Which is what New Life did. So this was quite an entertaining seed. It was just, I think the one part that most people struggled with was finding the bow to take care of Pod.
Yeah, like I always go to Catfish first if I have to do Aga, like in case of finding the bow there. And
Which won you out in this case.
yeah, I guess that saved me pretty much time. I can't do the hammer jump either, so I just did a hard reset after I ran out of keys.
I think the only person who did Hammer Yup was New Life, and even then it didn't matter because there was nothing in the maze that was really worth it. everyone also did the Cape Strats on Vitreous.
Yeah, that's like the most safe way to play it.
Whereas I like to dub it Mario Party.
It's pretty nice that we got tempered from
Swamp, I want to say.
yeah, from Argus. Like
No idea where the Force Sword was, though.
Well, it looks like Centroid has tempered and he hasn't done Swamp Palace yet.
Yeah. Must have blinked and missed. It may have been on a cliffside. It's going to be one of the mirror spots, though.
Right, probably.
You forgot where Ether was?
I think that's the problem, yeah.
Oh no.
Oh boy. I mean, he's already cost himself a lot of time. But
Maybe he'll wander over to Bombo's tablet and end up getting, like, Brian's cane or something. At least I put something there.
yeah, 'cause that's their one problem right now. They need to go Frontier Rock. The problem is they don't know where Ether's at. And Haha's about to pull the sword.
And Haha's official SRL time is 2 hours, 43 minutes, and 48 seconds.
Not bad. All
Yeah.
things considered, it was pretty close. It came down to execution. I think one of the things that cost Haha was the long trek all the way back to Eastern for arrows.
I'm gonna jump out so you can like talk to Haha, but
Okay.
like
Stay.
yeah, but like it's really early here now. It's like 7 a.m. so I'm pretty tired at this point.
Go get some sleep, man.
Alright, man.
But this was really fun. I'm looking forward to see the rest of the platinums.
Thanks for the run, man.
Yeah, and thanks for commentating and tracking and restreaming and all of that.
No problem,
got
man. Let's get Hahasel in here. As we watch Centroid play the catch-up game. Finish up. This is quite the interesting start to this Plandothon.
It's gonna keep going like this.
Gotta say though, I'm kind of digging doing commentary. Kind of wish that we didn't have as much dead air, but
Well, to some degree, the gameplay can speak for itself.
yeah.
Good game.
Great game, haha.
Yo, thank you. That was something.
Yes, it was. I think the big thing that cost you was some of the weird, like, side detours you did that were really unnecessary. Otherwise, you were pretty close to Walter.
Yeah, I did a lot of weird stuff for sure. Having to double dip Ganon's tower was my least favorite thing of all time.
Because the big question I had was, why did you go to Eastern Palace to get arrows? You could have gone to a shop and saved yourself so much time.
I was trying to remember which shops had arrows, and I couldn't off the top of my head, so I just went to Eastern.
Well, one spot you knew you did that had arrows, and you just kind of went, screw it.
Yeah, I also realized I probably could have just tried to farm arrows off of enemies, but it was a little too late for that at that point.
Yeah.
I think one of the big things that cost me was not checking Lumberjack, because I had no idea where Fire Rod was. So,
Oh, yeah, it's real bad.
yeah.
Definitely
Yeah,
not a
that's
good
awesome.
thing.
Yeah, so that's why I double dipped Turtle Rock, by the way, because I thought it was gonna be in vanilla big key chest in there, because the way items were going in this seed, it was just like, okay, it could be in literally all the worst possible locations. So I'm just gonna go with that theory.
Yeah. Centroid's in a route for Awakening, though. He doesn't have Ether, and he's going straight to T-Rock.
Yeah, that was the one thing, like, once I picked up Mirror, it's just like, okay, get Boots, get Ether, Turtle Rock, I can do it now.
Yep.
It's just a bit of a memory test, I guess, in some respects.
There's 3 or 4 required items you gotta remember. Oh, getting Mirror gets me Boots. Getting Boots gets me these, gets you Ether and Fire Rod. Bing, bom, boom, then you're done with the rest. You're done with the rest of the seed. It's all go mode from there.
Also a fair bit of fetch questing.
Oh,
That was my favorite part, to be honest.
You
Finding
want
the
to do a
shovel
fetch
on
quest?
Pyramid
It'll
was
be
beautiful.
fun.
that was a bit hilarious. It's like everyone's like done just about everything in the light world. It's like, where's this damn pearl?
I
Do you like
actually, yeah, I mostly let the randomizer itself handle the keys. But yeah, it's definitely something to keep in mind for next time.
Everything is something to keep in mind in Plando.
Mm-hmm. You're never sure what can be where.
I gotta say, I appreciated the Thieves Town small key being in pod, and then the Thieves Big Chest having the last pod small key. That was great.
Yeah, that's all.
You didn't open a door you didn't mean to.
Well, Centroid just has to go mode T-Rock, and then I suppose we'll pull Centroid in, eh? Well, as soon as Ped gets grabbed. It's an interesting thing to watch y'all run through this. Glad to hear someone enjoyed the fetch questing I put in.
I thought that was hilarious. Just seeing that, I go like, oh, there's a shovel here on Pyramid. Oh, I know where this is going, and that is just rude.
Yeah, that was great. I think I had something I could have done other than that, but I was just like, there's a shovel here. Either I'm about to find a sword, or I'm going to find something else. And it was powder. I was like, oh, I love where this is going. I'm expecting mushroom. There's mushroom at that cave. And then Moon Pearl. Oh, God.
I'm not sure there's any way to stretch that out any further than we could have.
Probably not without bunny revival.
Probably. Because the blacksmith and box are its own chain, which you had to do that complete chain in order to get the flute.
Yeah, and then Bumper Cave and Sick Kid. They're on change too. Although there was the alternative potentials in routing there where like post mirror you could go to Floating Island, get the bottle there instead of Bumper Cave, but no one did that. JTN being rather ominous here.
Oh boy.
JTN.
Spoilers.
I know what you're talking about, but nobody else does.
Oh boy.
So Centroid is almost done. Not quite, but almost.
Eventually.
Getting close to China. Well, as far as master testers go, the one who tested this seed was Fluffy Moogle. Pretty good tester if I do say so myself.
Looks like,
Yeah, that was
Hahasel.
Left.
Fluffy Moogle tested, I think, 5 of our 11 seeds.
Yeah.
Dang.
So that's a fair bit.
I would test the seeds, but at the same time, I'm still kind of considering myself a bit noobish to this, so I don't think it'd be good for that. Oh, that explains why Haha left. His internet went out. Great timing!
Internet is lovely like that sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Great music for going into Trinex. I know you've got like a playlist playing right now, probably.
The
but
playlist is sentient.
yeah.
No, my
Getting home.
music.
Ah, okay. That makes
Cannon
sense.
hype. Even though
This is
it's
the closest
Trinex.
to canon this seed gets.
Yeah.
My playlist is 20 minutes worth of Ganon music right now.
Did you find the silvers at the old man? I wonder
Okay,
though-
Shalarsh may be an old man, but he's not the old man.
Eh.
Trinex dropping mirror shield. It's almost vanilla.
It's somewhat vanilla.
And with that, Centroid will be done in just a short minute or two.
Yeah. Just
mirror
like-
flute and run.
Just under
Yeah,
3.
okay. Sub 3 hour hype.
Alright! Pet hype? Bonk. Gotta increase that counter somehow. Well, this is a nice remix of the credits theme.
Yeah. Very nice touch.
I got a few of them.
I gotta ask you for some of these remixes, especially the Fairy Fountain.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll send you them all later.
Thanks!
Actually, I'll put them all in chat.
Sure, that works too.
Oh, that's the versions you use. No, there's some. Because I've heard this is all reorchestrated. I just don't even download it anymore. I'm guessing we're gonna get Centroid in here for the last of the runners to talk to.
Your uncle is healthy. I'm amused by how that now varies based on the
Item.
item your uncle has. Yeah.
Centroid, GG.
GG, man.
GG, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Mhm.
Let me mute this game audio really fast so I don't hear it. Cool. So yeah, that was pretty fun.
You did pretty good, all things considered.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I thought the whole thing was pretty well put together, right? Like, I mean, you kind of knew early on that you would be wanting the mirror at some point, and just kind of kept teasing you, and then at the end, it's like, yeah, I kind of knew where the mirror was going to be, and then I gotta say, like, go moding 3 dungeons in a row is pretty satisfying. Like, that was a great way to end it, just skipping every single thing in Turtle Rock.
And the only
It was really satisfying to watch all the go moding at the end.
yeah, just boom, 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 boom. Everything was getting taken care of real fast.
Yeah, I don't know if I was supposed to find that, like, what's it called, the tempered sword, but yeah, gold sword Trinex was just super fast. That was really nice.
I don't even remember where you got that one, because I know you got the one from Swamp.
Bombos tablet maybe, or ether.
It was a side chest in
Maybe.
Skull Woods, the bottom. But at that, I didn't even realize I was in go mode at that point because, like, no, I'm used to, like, okay, I want a tempered sword so I can kill Ganon and maybe some silver arrows, and then I'm like, oh right, I just need these 3 pedestal pendants and then I can peace out. That's why I went to the Bonk Rocks after Skull Woods. I'm like, oh wait, I could just go mode Swamp and be done with it. I was looking for keys and stuff. I didn't even know what I was looking for. Totally forgot it was a pedestal seed for a minute.
Yeah.
Which that
You were in go mode.
you did have a little bit of a runaround when you weren't picking up ether when you needed it for T-Rock, which that also
Yeah.
cost you some time.
It's a memory test. That's for sure.
But otherwise, yeah, you did pretty good. You did really well in the beginning, especially.
Well, thank you. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have. Well, I mean, I kind of knew it was going to be an all dungeon seed. Like, I kind of wish I would have went to Catfish earlier, but because that's where the bow was sitting. But
You weren't the only one who's got screwed up by that.
yeah, it almost. I didn't expect something to just be so free, right? It was just sitting right there. But I don't think it mattered because I mean, you have to do. You basically had to do 100% everything anyway. But
Would have saved you some time though if you did do Catfish early. Because I think that may have been the biggest screw up that most of the runners did this seed was not doing Catfish early to get the bow.
yeah, because I mean, I did okay in pod, but like one dip would have been nice instead of two. Trying to think. Yeah, I made multiple dips into Thieves Town. Man, going to Zora twice was man. I got there with 367 rupees. I'm like, what? Yeah, I kind of need 500 to get whatever he's holding.
I don't think you want the Zora to bust your legs.
No, and in the same that same trip, I forgot that I didn't have the moon pearl. So like, I went in and out of that waterfall cave, and yeah, like you can only get that with fake flippers if you have the moon pearl. So I had to leave that too. But seeing Titan's mitts up there was well worth the whole trip up there. Like that was nice because then I knew where those were. So I mean, you kind of knew like you needed the flippers at some point to get the Titan's mitts, and then like you kind of knew like, well, I need mirror for fire rod and a couple other things. So it was cool.
Yeah, it was a good run. At least it was sub 3. Always look at the bright things.
There are some seeds here that might not be sub 3.
Yeah.
Let's
I
wait and see.
guarantee it.
Save and quits 34.
Yikes.
How about that? How about my? Oh my goodness, my fight with Helmosaur King was ridiculous. Because I ran out of arrows, and I'm like, I couldn't get close enough to him to hammer the jewel on his head. So I kept like trying to do other stuff, and it wouldn't work. And I hammered him with like one heart left.
Something's gonna work eventually.
Yeah.
Just gotta try it.
But yeah, I'm pretty excited for the rest of this event. Trying to think. I think I signed up for another 4 or 5 of these. So I mean, obviously, if I need to dip out because we want to give other people a chance, that's cool. But you know, I'm definitely willing to do as many plandos as possible. I think this will be a fun time.
I'm in a couple myself, and I'm also doing the coming for the one tomorrow and a couple tracks. So it's gonna be quite the adventure.
Yeah. I gotta say too, I played the KeySanity tournament, so, but like, every time I tried to post-game interview, like, I could not get my microphone to work, but, I did just install the Discord, like, desktop app, and this let me talk no problem, like, first time. using the web app, like I couldn't even unmute myself for some reason. But I guess if anybody's ever having trouble with Discord, I would highly suggest downloading the desktop app or using it on your cell phone if you can.
That's what I do. Yeah, I usually use the desktop app.
Nice.
How I've always been doing it.
Discord can be buggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's had its moments. Yeah.
Trying to think what else happened at Seed. Yeah, running out of arrows in Ganon's tower. I knew I was low. I had like 2 going up the tower, and I'm like, I could either get out. I was trying to like kill one of those red guys, see if one of them would drop me 5 arrows, but I ended up splitting them 1 and 1, and I had to like go back through the tower and find 5 arrows. No, none of the enemies were dropping any. But yeah, other than that, it was a pretty fun seed. Do you guys have any other questions?
Not that I can think of.
Cool.
Well, did you have a moment where it sort of hit you? Oh, that's what the seed name means.
I'm sorry, you cut out for a minute. Could you repeat that?
Did you have a moment where it's like it just sort of hit you? Oh, that's what the seed name means.
Yeah, towards the beginning, I was like, I wasn't exactly sure what it meant, and then I would say like maybe 15 or 20 minutes in, it just kind of dawned on me. I'm like, reflections kind of means mirror. Oh, I guarantee you the mirror is going to be in Ganon's tower. Like, there wasn't a specific point. It was just kind of like sometime in the first 20 minutes. But yeah, I do remember thinking like, oh yeah, I think the mirror is going to be, eluding me for a bit, and it was.
Only slightly subtle with that name.
Well, what was cool was I didn't have to kill Aghanim 2 or Ganon with Master Sword, so that was cool. I just got to the top of the tower and I'm like, I'm out. Okay, so I think it's getting pretty late. I'm gonna get going.
Yeah, and then we're gonna wrap up the stream here.
Okay.
Take it easy, dude.
Cool, thanks.
So that was a seed.
Indeed. What a good start to this marathon. So what can people expect next time?
It sounds like the scenic route, so I suppose we'll be taking the scenic route.
It's gonna be a fun thing to watch. Because I know I'm common that
I'm a
one as
runner,
well.
apparently. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna be commentating that. So, oh boy, it's gonna be a good time.
Boy, then you'll get to see me run and probably have garbage execution.
Oh, don't worry. I have like 3 of them I'm jumping into myself, and I know I'm gonna be crashing probably all 3.
Lovely. It's all about having fun, though.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed myself of just commenting this. So it's gonna be interesting when things come up. But I think that's all for all of us. So tune tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for the Scenic Route feed.
We'll all be here.
Take it easy, everybody.
Have a good night, everyone. Signing off.